I'm sure that's fine. Let's see if we can't get some upgrades. We got 37,000. That's enough for... Not that, but it's enough for this. Is it worth holding out? Sure isn't. So let's just buy an extra life gauge. And... I guess that's it. So my maximum health is increased. That's about all we can buy for the time being. So, yeah, I guess that'll be that. Now, let's go kick finance guy's butt.
All right, here we go.
What the
Plan.
hell?
I needed to come up with a plan. Breaking through all of security? Not on our schedule. I needed to get around it. Or in this case, over it.
You know, I'll be honest, for like half a second, I actually thought he was going to go into a musical numbers.
We shoot you out of a cannon right to where we need to go.
Peppermint knew it all along. Those fireworks from the festival had to get launched somehow. Turns out it was on top of the QA center in production.
What?
But now it was time.
Welcome back to Hi-Fi Rush, everybody.
Shooting me into Vandelay Tower and right into Roquefort's office. The plan was airtight.
It was irresponsibly dangerous.
Statistically, the least likely to succeed.
It was supposed to be sarcastic.
But he had so much heart. We just couldn't say no.
With the team in agreement, I snuck through production in the night.
Okay, sure.
Woo! What a wild battle! I wish you could have seen it.
I can't believe you survived that.
That was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Ah, let's never mention this again. But hey, I'm here now.
Anyway, Chai, I need you to sink 808 to the cannon.
Once I have access, I can recalculate the trajectory here.
Why the My controller just wasn't working. The light was on. Nothing wrong there. The game just decided, nah, you're actually not allowed to move. You'll be stuck in the corner. Not the first time I've had control problems with this game, so can't say I'm surprised. Oh.
We're in. Cinnamon, buddy, you calibrate the coordinates.
Chai, just got an email. They know you're there. Wow, they should really take me off the security alerts.
Cinnamon.
Can you please stop lampshading for 5 goddamn seconds?
But I need a moment.
Of course you do. Of course you do. So long as the controller doesn't dick me over again, I'll be fine. I will be fine. I'm too used to Peppermint's recharge time from the boss battle in the last episode. I was not ready for, I'd not readjusted to Macaron's abysmally slow recharge speed. Ow. That was not appreciated. That's what you get. That's what you get for trying to catch me off guard like that. It's very much not appreciated around these parts. Also, I'm still unsure if they actually have a visible health bar, because there's the little meter, like the little semicircle meter that appears over their left shoulder. But I don't know if that actually is a health bar, or if it's just a meter that does something else. No idea. Right, you said you need 2 moments. Is there gonna be a wave 2?
Preparations for the cannon have completed. Now to begin the careful adjustments.
Is that the fastest you can go?
Mr. Chai, precision is paramount. I made a helpful visual guide to let you know my progress. Oh, there it is. I hope you like my design.
Never mind. There is gonna be a wave 2.
Don't let them break it.
I had a feeling there'd be a wave 2.
Breaking my concentration.
I knew it'd be too easy otherwise. So what the hell is that symbol? above. I guess maybe because he's targeting the cannon. Maybe that's what that means. Like if that symbol, I don't even know why I bother. I honestly don't even know why I bother. Maybe that symbol. Yeah, that's what it means. That symbol means they're attacking the cannon. So keep that in mind. So those should be my top priority. So like this guy has a little yellow bar, but the other guy next to him has a little red bar. I don't know what the distinction is. I don't know what that signifies. I assume it's either a health bar or an indication of how much damage they've sustained, but I genuinely don't know for sure. That's not what I wanted to grapple to. I wanted to grapple to you because you are attacking Mr. Cannon, and that is not allowed around these parts. Should I dare I try it again? When there's only one enemy left. All right, it worked that time, sort of. Sorta, kinda, maybe worked. Progress at 99%.
What's going on?
How odd! My signal is cut off. Might something be interfering with it?
I think I found the interference.
Fantastic, Mr. Jai!
No, not fantastic.
You've got this, guy. Wreck that thing, and Cinnamon's in the clear.
Great. More insane levels of fire for me to deal with. Can't wait to play stop, drop, and roll for the 70 millionth time. I keep saying stop, drop, and roll. I'm not even rolling. I'm just literally just walking around in a circle. And that's enough to extinguish the flame. Get me up there. Oh, no. Yes, thanks, Corsica. I'm aware. But it's not on fire right now, so your assistance is not required for the time being. Should it become required, you will be called upon to... Uh-oh. That did not work. That very much did not work according to plan. Not that it matters that I didn't actually sustain that much damage from it. Okay. Bring it on. Oh, no. Called you in way too early. Called you in way too early. I feel like that should have been powerful enough to, like, if I line you up properly, you should be able to knock out all the flames. Oh, okay, you can. Alright, I guess this didn't work the first time. For some reason. Oh, no. Come on down. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Corsica's fire management program. Or whatever. Oh, Perry! Perry! Bring it on, pal. Too easy. You make it too easy for me.
My access has returned, with only moderate suffering from Mr. Jai. The cannon is angled right at Roquefort's office. Only the payload is required.
Just call me Palo. This is the greatest plan ever!
This is the dumbest plan ever. Let's hope this works.
Gang? What's that?
Did you not?
Not in my calculations. Good news. He'll still hit the tower. Just not exactly where we planned.
You. Alright, one, you're dead. That's first, is you are actually very dead. But second,
Come in. I hope no one knows.
blimps aren't exactly hard to spot. They're big-ass blimps. None of you saw that coming before you launched him in the... At a certain point, you think I learned to just stop trying to question it and just accept that none of this makes any goddamn sense. Unfortunately, that's not how my brain works. Alright. Let's bring it on. It's a food fight. It's a brawl in the cafeteria, I suppose. And we're gonna focus on big old blue boy before anything else. Not even the guy on fire, the chef in the kitchen that was on fire a moment ago. Because he's gonna seemingly stick to the back of the area and just let me whoop the rest of his team's ass. Alright, let's try the special attack. I said let's try the special attack. Good. Very good. See, when it works, it's great. If you by some miracle get it to work, it will absolutely annihilate the enemies. The tricky part is getting it to actually work. Alright. I'm coming for you. Oh, I can't even, never mind. I can't even reach the chef who's on fire. I guess that would explain why he wasn't coming for me. Because he's arbitrarily blocked off by the invisible red barrier of doom. Oh, hey there. Take some of that. Oh, of course. Of course. Alright. Take out the shield thing. And then focus on Motorcycle Boy. Get over here. Actually, you know what? Let's just special attack you. You are our top priority. I'm not making the same mistake I made previously, where I, for some reason, choose not to leave you until very late in the battle, and everyone constantly gets their shields regenerated. Although, I don't know if I mentioned this beforehand, but the Motorcycle Boys are kind of like Watchers from Halo 4, in that because they have the ability to shield their ally, you are playing suboptimally if you don't take them out first, which really eliminates any sense of player choice with how they choose to go about these battles. Finally gonna come challenge me now? No? Oh my god, no.
You gotta get out of here.
Ready?
What?
That... How the fuck did you get here?
Messes with Vandelay cuisine.
I'm at my wit's end with this shit. I am at the absolute limit. I am at my limit with this. There's only so much I can take before my brain just gives up and I'm just like, yeah, they fucking teleport into the tower, and then they get launched up, and then Peppermint one-shots the enemy that takes 5 million years to kill when I'm fighting him. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Who cares? And now's, ow. Now's the part where we win. Winning time. Flawless victory. Don't launch another one at me. What the hell are you, Noodle Man? Got noodles for arms, great. And yeah, what do you think the odds are? I didn't see a save icon, so I'm guessing that when I lose here, I am not going to be checkpointed. So I'm gonna focus on taking out the little guys first, so I can get as much health back as possible from easy targets. And also, I'm gonna do a little bit of that. Why? I can't take this shit anymore. I'm so sick of looking, due to the absence of even the most basic of targeting systems, looking in the direction of an enemy that I want to attack, and then the game just deciding, fuck you, you're gonna target somebody else instead. I don't, how do you make such a massive oversight in a game like this? Targeting is just one of the most basic things. Ow, 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 Jesus. Alright, let's try, dare I try it again? Dare I try this again? I don't even, I am so very obviously looking at the big guy in the back of the room, and it just turns me around 180 degrees. It's so stupid. It's so bad. At least this is the second to last area in the game, so the end is nigh. See, and you can't even say, well, that's just the way it works. You have to predict that you have to look 180 degrees backwards from wherever. Basically, look the opposite direction of wherever you want to attack, and then the game will automatically course correct for you. But that's clearly not the case, because that time I was looking straight at the enemy, and it locked onto the enemy directly in front of me. it doesn't make sense. There's no consistency. Which is my favorite thing in video games. Also, I somehow survived that. Not sure how.
That was rough. Even for me.
Sir Macaron passed out, but he's on his feet again.
Chai, you're doing it. The tower is unguarded. We're headed your way.
Yeah, all those flashing red lights don't seem, like, unguarded to me.
Find it at all costs. I see the costs.
Thanks, friend.
Oh my, it's been quite a while, but I can tell you're in quite a predicament.
Did you?
Unfortunately not. I was merely on the way to get lunch.
Oh, well. Still, thanks.
Always glad to be helpful.
See, I told you. Smidge is best character. I will not be hearing any opposing viewpoints on this. Smidge is best character. There is no competition. Everyone else sucks. Except maybe the cat. Maybe. Still only a maybe. Alright, bring it on. Oh.
Rope's claim is false. There is a route below you.
Yeah, you didn't really think this one through all that well, did you? I mean, if you want to open the path directly to a route that leads me to you, works for me. Do you really have no guards? Because they said unguarded, and I guess technically they're correct that there are no guards trying to stop me, but you clearly have security measures in place to try to prevent it anyway. So, oh my lord. Oh, what? That's what I call having an extremely limited window of time to react. Oh, great. Now it's time for the mobile game again.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
The good news is that it always goes clockwise, so it's like there's no sense of catching you off guard with which direction is going to start spinning. You can try to predict how much time you have to react based purely on that. Oh, that's not what I... I thought that was just going to be a magnet by default. I didn't realize I needed to activate... I was calling peppermint.
Ow, 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 ow!
Incoming, Chai.
So much for unguarded. Oh, what the hell?
Let me at those shields, Ty.
You got this back. No problem.
Did that work? I don't think that worked. I think he jumped out of the way before you got a chance to hit him. That might have done something. Maybe. Is that my chance to hit? Okay, that's my chance to hit you. After you do your little spinning attack, that's my chance to hit you. Knock his other shield offline. Okay, good, yeah. You actually don't seem that bad. It's always the most intimidating enemies, like the most visually intimidating enemies that are actually relatively simplistic to take down, because they always have very large weaknesses, such as when he does his little hamster ball rolling routine, he gets flipped on his back or belly, and he becomes a prime target for layering attack after attack onto him. And it makes him a prime target for this as well. So, I think we're all...
I can put a stop to that.
For some reason that works. Ah, here it is. Here's the big moment. The big moment we've all been waiting for. Another flawless victory. Plenty of gears to go around. And an exit door probably upstairs, I would guess.
Please tell me I'm close.
We're probably not.
Looks like it's across from an atrium you're coming up to.
If you find any shortcuts before I do, let me know, okay?
I'm guessing we're nowhere near close if I were to take a shot in the dark, seeing as usually it takes around an hour to get through these levels, and we're like, I've been recording for 19 minutes. So I would not place too much faith in what Pepper's telling you right now. Ooh, I like health though. I do like me some health. Now, guessing I still don't have much that I can do here. I guess I can get this, but I don't really need any of that. Yeah, I'm pretty set with where I'm at right now, honestly. I don't really feel the need to upgrade or buy anything else, except maybe an extra ship slot, but even that, we're pretty well off. Oh.
Welcome to the future of technology, Vandelay.
Yeah, I think I found the atrium.
Look up to the left.
Yep, I see it.
Rotpert's office is right on that balcony.
Oh, dope. I got this.
For all units entering rooms, please use the doors available.
Thanks, magical magnet. Hey, wing boy. Oh, dead. Dead again.
No one panic. Mr. Chai has assured us he has, quote, got this, end quote.
Just brush it off. You're almost there.
Yep, I was ready for it. I was ready for the shield. I know myself a shield enemy when I see one. I had Peppermint ready to roll. I want her to knock your shield down. Unfortunately, it's going to take more hits than that. Because you have quite the beefy one. But we'll call her in again. We'll call her in again. Can I defeat you before I go in, or before his big shield regenerates? I'm hoping the answer to that is yes. Might not be, though. Oh, okay, we got it. It's still down. Go. Cool. I'm surprised we actually managed to get these hits in there while the shield's still down. Whoa! We're ripping through these guys. Oh, it's you again. Hey. Hey, partner. Ah. Hit me with your best shot. Thank you. I like how I'm just not even paying any attention to the little soldier guy. He's just an entity that's there that I'm not really... whose existence I'm not really... Well, I guess now I'm acknowledging his existence, but... Prior to this point, it was all just a doggo. The doggo is primary threat, and as such, feels appropriate to save a good old special attack just for him, is what I was going to say. Sadly, not anymore. Up. They really probably shouldn't have made that. Like, the parrying mechanic is good for normal gameplay, but you probably shouldn't make every major enemy activate that mode, activate parry mode, because that just completely nullifies the battle. Can I, by chance, just go? Sure can't. Never gonna get that lucky. I was hoping I would just be able to completely bypass the enemies and zipline my way across to the next section, but it seems I am not so fortunate today. I must clear these guys out first. Then we'll then we'll move right along. Alright. Let's go. Let's go.
You enjoying this 808?
All units in the atrium, do whatever you need to do. I'll expense it.
Keep going, Chai.
First, I was gonna do that anyway. Second, I can make my own decisions, Corsica. I am an adult.
Says a guy who shot himself out of a cannon.
Hey, it worked.
Coming from the people who let us launch missiles out of a cannon without paying any attention to the fact that there was apparently a goddamn blimp in our way. No one saw that. How you miss a blimp is beyond me. But it's okay. We're probably maybe nearing the end. So, oh well.
For the explosions and inconvenience. Please try to focus on your work.
All eyes on.
I'm just trying to focus on making it to the end of the game. Which we've done something of an effective job of up until this point. Where does this door take me? Takes me to a room full of a bunch of hidden gears. I will accept free hidden gears. Free hidden gears are good for you. Oh, this again. We haven't actually had one of these in quite a while. We've had plenty of other quick time event stuff, but not that one. That's a blast from the past, as they say. Caution! Risk of falling. Huh. Never would have noticed that. Were it not for your Astute observational skills. Up.
Finally, I'm here.
Am I? I feel like we're not quite there yet. We're just sort of floating on a platform outside it, and we're taking down all your minions. But it's the thought that counts. We're almost there, right? Yeah, this is what I mean. There's no real challenge anymore because it's just this. It's just the button mashing Telltale style QuickTime event thing, which nullifies any challenge there could have previously. Oh.
Oh, come on! Okay, you are going down.
Can never be easy, can it? You never just let me get to the boss room. Get far away from that. Don't trust that at all. You know what? He's standing still. Let's use a special attack. May as well. That actually worked out very nicely, timing-wise. Okay, I could say it again. I've already said it twice. I'm not gonna repeat the same thing I've said before about this mechanic. So you know what I think about it. It's fine. I mean, it makes my job easier, so I guess I shouldn't really be complaining. But from a perspective of game design, it's questionable. So where do you propose I?
Right. Problem solved. Now to get back up.
Can I move this way? Okay, now I can move this way. There's probably something on... Oh, unless the camera's gonna restrict itself to one specific direction, which I was hoping I'd have free reign of, but it's alright. Oh, who needs camera control anyway? We're gonna knock it into position and form a bridge. I'm sure this won't go catastrophically wrong at all. Yep, that just worked exactly as yep. That's exactly how you foresaw that happening. Well, there's no way we're gonna fight the boss right away. We've only been recording for like 30 minutes. There's no way the game's gonna let me go straight into the boss fight after only 30 minutes of gameplay. That can't possibly be allowed. And still can't get anything. I don't even know why I bother checking, to be honest.
Phone. This is new.
Pick it up.
Hello?
You sure made an entrance, lad. If you'd come for me, I'd walk away.
You trying to make a deal? Come on, man.
You think I'll let you spoil our plan? Leave profits on the table?
This isn't about money.
It always is. You get in our way, you'll see red.
He's just letting us in?
This guy looks like a total pushover.
I don't know, Chai. The Roquefort had a bad rep around the office. Something about a wolf in sheep's clothes.
Keep that
Spectra passkey. Now.
Oh yeah, sure, take it. What do you think I am? An idiot?
Well, it was worth asking.
Ugh, you're making me angry. I was on my deathbed when Kale saved me. I was smart, but weak. He fixed that.
Really? Why do you want to be less smart?
This is a waste of time, and you know what time is? Money. And I am not gonna waste any more of that.
I'm gonna waste you.
Well, tell me how it feels to underestimate someone.
Okay, but okay, buddy. Someone's gone a little too far down a certain rabbit hole. If I were to feel an emotion, it would be a desire to laugh, but I don't even have that currently.
You wanna get to Kale? You gotta get through me.
Oh my god. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Ow. I'm guessing I cannot parry that. I feel like that attack's gonna be too devastating for me to parry. But I guess I won't know until I try, right? Won't know until I try. Alright, I should probably just keep calling, because I keep thinking that Peppermint's only useful for tech stuff, but she can deal damage to enemies. It's just that she deals about 1,000% less damage than she does in cutscenes in gameplay. As do all the allies you can call in. But it's alright. Oh, no. His animation looked a little jerky there for a second. And I'm not talking about when he teleports around either. Oh, hey. A lot of health. A lot of health, actually. Lots of health to go around. Call in Pepper. I'm going to assume that just like the other bosses, I'll get checkpointed after I knock out this first health bar. So I'm not too worried about my health currently. So I can just keep it in manageable condition until he loses his first health bar. I think we'll be alright. Oh. Okay. He's gonna give me the... Oh, well, fortunately, I have my Pepper who eats force field dogs. And I also have a special attack. I didn't realize you were just gonna hand... Oh. You think you're clever, huh? You think you're very clever, don't you? Some bad news for you. I didn't realize you were just gonna hand me the win on a silver platter. Like running away like a little bitch.
You're only making me angry.
Is that even possible?
Let's take this someplace a bit more secure, so we don't disturb the neighbors.
See, like, I would be mad about his health being restored, but, like, it was made clear from the opening of the boss battle when it said verse 1 it was going to be a multi-phase battle, so I kind of came to expect it. Functionally no different than if he just had one massive life bar with 3 different phases. That said, I hope I didn't actually check to see if I was at all checkpointed. I think, or at least I hope I was, because if I'm checkpointed during the other boss battles, I imagine I'd be checkpointed during this one too. It'd be kind of silly if I wasn't. Why? Oh. Oh my god, yes. Oh, thank Christ. Oh my goodness. So that we actually do get to play more of the rhythm game. Not much, and it's only one button, but it's something. It's better than nothing. I'll take it. I will take that over not having it at all. Special. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm now down to 1 bar of health essentially. Damn. Damn, man. If only the special attack actually worked. Literally ever. That'd be great if it could just work. Please don't miss. God, it's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Come on, Corsica. I'm gonna get more than 1 button this time. It would seem the answer to that question is a solid no. It's almost like they're afraid to actually be a rhythm game and let me use more than 1 button in those sequences. Like they're actively trying to prevent that from being a part of the game's core design. And now's the part. You know... Oh. What the hell? Oh, this. Okay. You're gonna... Mashing Y. Oh! I didn't realize that was gonna move. I probably should have done something about that. I did not realize that I was actually gonna move. Alright, now, because I'm just not gonna bother with the little drone dudes. I'm just gonna focus on him. Focus only on him. Excuse me. Excuse me. Really, huh? Really? 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 Alright, that was a fun little distraction, I guess. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. Whooping your ass. You probably would stand a better chance if you just stayed in the mech suit.
Spectra. The profits would leave on the table.
The numbers are in, and you are out.
Well, that makes no sense, you idiot.
Welcome to the Dragon's Lair.
Put my stock in future, but not yours, kid.
This actually feels like I'm in the Dragon's Lair fighting this battle. Also, I feel like it's probably worth it to just actually commit die here rather than trying to fight with my very minimal levels of health. But I'll give it a shot. I guess there's no reason not to try. No reason not to try to win when I have a chance. A small chance, but chance is still a chance. It's better than not having a chance. Even the sound effect of just clinging through the gold sounds like it does in Dragon's Lair. What the hell? Okay. Ow, oh my lord. Don't like this. Don't like that at all. How about we don't? How about we don't? How about we don't with the surprise attacks from beneath the gold? I would greatly appreciate it if you didn't. Oh, that worked out nicely. Your own stupidity screwed you over. You bunked into your own hand, or whatever the hell that was. Special attack ready, go now, go now. Yes, finally, 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 it actually worked. Just miraculously, first of all, he didn't move, and second, it actually went where I wanted it to go. But truly, a miracle was born on this fine Monday afternoon. I mean, it's not a Monday for me, but it is a Monday for you guys watching this if you're watching it the day it comes out. And he did it again. Screwed himself over once again. Alright, come out of that suit. Come on out, pal. Come on out of the suit. Or I'll take a rhythm game. Still just... Oh, look, a second button. Oh, we're getting fancy now. We've introduced a second button into the equation. How about that? We're really cooking with style now. This is what I call kicking it up a notch.
The funny thing is, you think you can win.
Health bar tells me I can.
But as long as you keep making me mad,
I'm not going anywhere. Time to cash my check by taking you out!
Quarter 3 earnings delivered. Please watch out for falling profits.
It's that easy, huh? Well, that was wildly anticlimactic.
We're here.
Oh, you should have seen it! What a fight!
We were spectating through the door. Lady Corsica suggested to let you handle it.
Cinnamon, we don't always have to repeat everything we hear.
You were right outside the fucking door and you didn't...
Are you
Of
ready
course.
for it, Peppermint?
I am. It ends here.
Kale is plotting, and much smarter than us, especially Mr. Chai. We should be ready.
I should be confident, but I'm worried.
Hey, everyone. Vibe check. Macaron, I need you to be positive for this one. Peppermints, it'll be hard, but don't let emotion get in the way. Corsica, I can count on you to be level-headed about this. Cinnamon, keep doing whatever you're doing.
You know, I like this new chai. He's quite come around, hasn't he?
So, let's prep everyone. Let's get Kale's password and shut down Spectra.
I mean, depending on how long it takes, I might be able to knock this out today.
This is it, everyone.
I can't believe it.
Bet you didn't think we'd still be hanging out, Peppermint?
Nope. And I didn't think we'd be teaming up with Vandelay's own staff, either.
This was definitely not in my weekly schedule.
Are we sure we're gonna be okay?
I have learned much from Mr. Chai, and you, sir, must chill out.
Chai?
Yeah?
Chai, I do trust you. You know that, right?
No, I don't.
Couldn't have done it on my own.
Now arriving at Kale Vandelay's office.
Get ready.
It's just you and us, Kale. And nothing's gonna come between us. Mom?
Peppermint?
You're here?
I never left. And that's as far as you'll come?
Mom, what are you doing? I tried to find you. Kale's here, and there's this...
Spectra. I know. I promise to help him, no matter who gets in the way.
Roxanne, no, you'd never do something like this.
Unless she's being controlled by...
Spectra.
Kale's finest work, and able to seduce even the most stubborn of minds.
You used it on your own mother.
Well, how else could I have gotten this job? I wasn't Mommy's favorite.
Let her go!
I know you probably think Spectra is nefarious, but I disagree. It's simply nudging people into the Vandelay ecosystem.
Wait, this is all an overly complicated plan to sell more product?
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to make something people actually want to buy? It's ridiculously hard! Hey, a new whatever! Well, what color, what model, size, speed, do I need it? All that stress, gone. Because we'll subconsciously make that decision for you.
You're enslaving them.
I'm freeing them with the truth of having a better life.
This is so... corporate.
I know, right? But look at you, wanting a brand new Project Armstrong enhancement to become a... rock star. Ugh. You're nothing without my technology. You bought into it, and you'll help bring even more customers.
Project Armstrong was meant to help people. It was Mom's idea.
Well, Spectra is mine! And look who's in control now. Bam! Time for Spectra's wireless test run. Keep an eye on your buddy Chai here.
No! We're so close!
Stealing my technology and then calling yourself a rock star? For doing what, exactly?
I don't know what to do. Maybe Kale is right. I'm nothing without this arm.
I'm sorry. Are you gonna try to force a "Who am I without my powers" arc at the last second? Like, fuck off. Come on. You're not a character. You're a vessel for the player.
It's a harmonic force field.
A harmonic force field? You mean like sound?
Yes, but destroying it requires a huge amount of energy.
If I can synchronize with the frequency,
I
have to at least try. It's not over yet. Stand back. Just remember. Feel the beat.
Why? Okay. Sure. We're so close to the end at this point. I don't care. I hit every single one of those, but okay.
Just have to focus.
You know, when I said I wanted a rhythm game, this wasn't quite what I had in mind.
We're in this together.
So I'll be honest in admitting that I was only, like, paying 10% of attention during that cutscene. But why exactly are there no security around to stop us from doing this?
Good enough.
I do trust you. You know that, right?
And I know him now. I don't need a guitar. I am a rock star.
And I am Iron Man. I am all the Jedi. I am all the rock stars.
You said you didn't need a guitar.
Yeah, but this is much cooler. We can do this.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Someone get me a cortado.
Coffee machine's only putting out decaf, sir.
What? And now this.
Maybe you should have just tried a regular wall instead of a fucking harmonic sound barrier.
Hey, Kale! We got beef!
Okay, screw this. Do what you need to do, just stop them.
Mission briefing! Team, split up and let's get this jackass.
I guess I'm going this way. I'll follow the big, bright, obvious arrows. See where that takes me. Takes me over this way. Please avoid shooting any objects at Blimp. That's a nice detail. Let me make one small amendment. Please avoid shooting any objects if there's a blimp in your way, which you'd think anybody with half a brain would be able to see. It's a goddamn blimp. It's fine. It's okay. It's alright.
Where do I
got you, Chai.
All right.
Have you guys heard of a little game called Benny and the Dark Revival?
And we're in.
Where the fuck are all the guards? Oh, there they are. Took you guys long enough. Took you guys a little bit too much time. But oh well. Yeah, so we might actually be able to finish this game today. It depends on how long the final boss takes and how long it takes us to actually get to the final boss, but things are looking up right now. There's a moderate chance that this might be the final episode. I'm not sure. I'm obviously you guys know if it's the final episode because it'll say it in the title and the thumbnail. But currently I have no idea what's in store for me. I have absolutely zero clue whether this will be. I mean, either way, I'm gonna finish it today. I'm gonna knock it out. I'll record the next episode right after this. But as far as for the sake of the video, remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. I might just make this one super long finale, because previously episodes have been roughly an hour long, give or take. Some have been a little shorter, so I might just go ahead and make this a 90-minute special, depending on how long it takes to get through. Ow, ow, ow. That was very rude of you. And that's one time when the game's randomness actually worked in my favor. Alright, where to now? That way?
Procedures out of service.
Hasn't stopped me yet. I'll find a way.
Pardon our please pardon our fairy dust or pixie dust. What is it? There's a sign that appears at Disney World whenever they're doing constructing, they're building a new area or something. They usually put up a fence and a sign that says, "Please pardon our either fairy dust or pixie dust." I'm not sure which one it says, but it's one of those two things.
Mr. Jai, now it is my turn to help you.
Great job, Cinnamon.
Shake it off, Chai.
You're almost near the path to the Spectra building.
Am I now? I'll take your word for it. Gonna need some health regens though, more than just what I just picked up right there.
How about a shortcut?
Oh, you know me so well, Corsica.
Ah, very sneaky game. You teleported her out of the scene so that if I did this, you wouldn't have to actually show me the teleportation involved. Very sneaky game. Anyway, what was I gonna say? It was gonna be something. I don't know what it was, but it was gonna be something. Yeah, I forgot.
I can see a... What the hell is that?
And now for something you won't get past.
Get out of there, little guy!
Santo's robot?
Looks like Kale put on the final touches.
Oh, I remember what it was. Imagine how much more efficiently we could have made our way through this game if they always came with us all the time. Like they're doing right now. Sort of. Hey there. Of course that happened. Of course that happened. Calling you to buy me some time. Ugh. Ow. Come on. Thank you. I think I might have also gotten a little bit of damage in on the big guy while that was happening, so that's cool. Killed two birds with one stone there. Or at least damaged two birds with one stone. Knock out that shield. Knock it out, and then do that. And then do that. Hopefully that does something. I still can't get the stunning thing to work, but at least it's a placebo of an effect on the battle, I suppose. Makes me feel like something important is happening. Even if nothing actually is. And that's what really matters at the end of the day. As long as I think that I'm making a meaningful difference. I'm a goofy goober. Ow. Well, how many times I said ow in this Let's Play so far? Probably too many. I'm not keeping track. Still not enough, huh? Oh! Gimme the parry. Anyone else want to play? Oh, you do, huh? Foolish error. Rookie mistake. After you see me do the parry, that should be a telltale sign that it is a fruitless effort to engage in combat with the mighty Chai.
Okay, giant death robot. Any ideas?
You won't take it on by yourself. Just avoid it for now.
I don't even know where I'm going.
Try to look for a way back to us.
And where is back to us exactly? Because you seem to be all over the place. And also constantly moving.
Run towards it! Trust me on this one. Hey, to your left. Run for the shutter.
Couldn't even see what I was doing there for a good while. Hey, howdy, hey. Magnets. Yeah, I feel like my magnets worked from longer range than that before. Really feel like my magnet has worked from way longer ranges.
Nowhere to run. Corsica! This is where you don't let me down!
Chai, you want to get out of there?
Thanks, Macaron!
Curating our future. All right, that was planned. Of course, naturally. Let's take out those health upgrades I was hoping for, health regens that I was hoping for. Because fighting that giant robot without, I mean, I can't imagine it'll be more painful than Mimosa or whatever the rock lady's name was. Where do you... Oh, up there. Okay. But still. Can't imagine it'll be smooth sailing either.
Reveals a critical weak point.
Not sure it's enough to take that thing down, though.
Well, it's something. Just gotta get close to it. Well, good news. I think it lost me.
Darn it, stop! Any way you can reach it.
Kinda busy right now. Give me a second.
I'm sure it'll take the entire length of this battle for me to be him to get his hand unstuck. I'm positive that it would definitely take him that long to do. Please stand still. Oh, the fire and the flames. And the spinning splash. There's an achievement for parrying a certain number, like getting perfect parries a certain number of times. I feel like I should have that by now. But somehow I don't. Because I don't think I do. If I do have it, I am unaware. I was never notified that I received that achievement. It's not where I wanted to aim, you Corsica. Of course I'm on fire again. These guys better not be the things to take me down after all this time. Oh, there's more. Oh, but there's more. It's probably gonna deal. All right, it's time to release special attack. Got a 2-for-1 shot there. A nice old 2-for-1. Let's call on you, let's call on you, and let's call on you. Just calling everybody. Everybody's here. Okay, yeah, so it seems like that it is just the amount of damage you deal. Because every time I hit him, that meter increases. So that is what it is. It's sort of like a reverse health bar. That's some fire. I also think there's an achievement for putting out some number of flames with Corsica. I'm trying to do that. And I feel like I also should have gotten that by now. But, once again, I have not. I probably should actually put the achievement tracker on screen. Because you can do that with certain Xbox games. Alright, time to... Oh, never mind, I was gonna say time to beat the hand, but... Not quite yet. I'm not getting too ahead of ourselves. Now it's time to beat the hand.
Like that'll do it.
You're gonna do something, Shy! Do it now!
Hold on. I'm coming in hot.
Where? And to do what, exactly? Down... I guess we're going down here. Whatever this is gonna do. I am unaware of what exactly the grand... You didn't even notice was down here. So how could... Whatever.
That was awesome! What do we do now?
Wait, where's Cinnamon?
I think this may do the job. Perhaps that arm can still be used.
Cinnamon, what are you doing?
I can finally be of assistance. I must seize this opportunity.
Playing as the robot, huh?
Oh my, this is quite fun. I see why you enjoy this, Mr. Jai.
Okay.
I'm compatible. It's quite heavy though. I could use a hand.
Cinnamon! Yes, yes, yes! Let's help him out.
We ready?
I can't stop it. The only thing hard enough to penetrate it is... itself. And then everybody died, the end.
Cinnamon!
Oh no. What a tragic turn of events.
Was I dope, Mr. Jai?
It's not like you had any personality or character at all. Or at least not one that wasn't a massive nuisance to me.
Nothing I can't fix.
Stop, Kale. I will be fine. I'm glad to finally be useful.
We'll take it from here, lad.
Guys, we gotta move.
This is it.
Let's close the set.
Nowhere to run, Kale.
Welcome to my tower, Mr. Chai.
You work really well together.
You're not going through with this.
You know how you get to the top? Having vision. Something all of you lack.
Enough, Kale. You can't stop all of us.
Oh, really? You've had a few hits, but I think it's time we break up the band.
Damn it, Kale!
How about it, Chai? Come on my side. I can make you a real rock star. World famous.
You know what? I'm good.
You know what? Doesn't matter. We both know who's the target user of Spectra. Another pawn, and this one should fare me better.
I'm proud to be a member of the Vandelay family.
I would never say that.
Yeah, well, that's the point. I'm controlling you.
Yes, yes, 808!
Dead. How many times have you died today exactly?
Is this a joke? You think I can't deal with a cat?
You.
There's no way. There's no fucking way. Oh my god. It can't. Like, you can't be serious. You can't. You can't be fucking. Oh my god. Please. Please tell me I have to fight the final boss as a fucking cat. Please. I will actually give this game a 10 out of 10. The Shadow the Hedgehog music? What the, what? Oh my god. This is too good. This is too good. This game just, it does not stop. The hits just keep on coming. Oh no, no. No. Oh, why did you even bother? Well, there goes your 10 out of 10. Alright, now I gotta think about what score I'm gonna give this damn game. This is the final boss. Alright, let's go. Let's keep the. Oh, I guess you two have a shield bar. Much like your rockstar friend from the last episode. At least, except it's actually much more clear from the outside that you have a shield bar. Although it seems like I'm able to deal damage to your health even though you have the shield, which is confusing. And also the harmonic barrier is worthless because I can still call you up here, so it's kind of like, what's even the point? But oh well. Alright, there goes your shield. Now I get many hits on you. Now I get many, many hits on you. Yeah, you think you can beat me with the power of your sword swings? I've become too good at mashing Y for that. I'm way too good at mashing Y for that. Uh-oh. Also, I've been told this boss is really hard, so I'm guessing this is not his only health bar. Because if it was, then I would have been lied to. I would have been bamboozled and deceived and swindled and whatever else that meme says. Ooh, that's a whole lot of health. And that's an opportunity for a special attack. Look at all that damage. You're really not putting on much of a fight, are you? I mean, except for when you do that, but that's easily countered. Honestly, so far, the last two bosses have been harder and more climactic, so I'm expecting that phases 2 and 3 are gonna whoop my ass. You know what? Sure, let's do it. Why not? Special attack. Ah, I missed the thing. Oh well. What do you got next?
Come on, Chai.
Just that? That's it?
You should see what this body is capable of.
Oh, Has someone seen Spider-Man 2 recently?
Tech to shame.
We'll see about that.
Oh, yes.
Let me guess. One arm for each person? That looks like one arm for each person. It looks like Macaron deals damage to 2 of those. And then Peppermint does damage to some. The whole bunch. Everyone gets to work together to break off Doc Ock's tentacle blades. That is his name, right? Doc Ock? I think. Dr. Octavius Octopus, whatever. I don't know. If I'm wrong, some Spider-Man fan will correct me. It's alright. I probably should wait until he actually extends the shield in front of him before I can start dealing damage to him. If he's gonna... That was the plan. That was indeed the plan. Alright, so maybe I shouldn't be... Can I even... I don't think I can damage him at all in this state. Well, maybe if I could find out, if I get close enough to... Yeah, no, I can't. I can't damage him at all instead. I gotta do that. Break those shields. Those are some pretty damn impenetrable shields, Mr. Kale, sir. Oh, I wasted it. No, I did it too early. Alright, this is gonna be annoying as shit. Because I can only damage him once every, like, 2 minutes or whatever. However long it takes him to stick his stupid blades into the ground. Or do that, I guess that also... Point is, I have to wait for him to actually expose... Even though I could definitely... Okay, no, that wasn't what I wanted to call. That's what I wanted to call. Ow... Fire... Permanent firefighter... I don't know why I keep trying that. I know it's not going to work. I'm going to throw my nay next. Throw my nay next? I'd throw my way next. I don't know what I just said. It sounded like I was going to say nay or something. Ow. No. Do it again. Do it again, I dare you. Shouldn't have done that. No, I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. I need to learn to wait. It's the second one. It's the second time he digs his tentacles in. The first slam is bait, the second slam is the one you actually need to react to. Yep, just like this. Just like that. Boom. I'm trying to destroy him. It's not working. I can damage him, but I still can't destroy... Okay, this... So, counterbalance, the first phase was normal. This phase is taking goddamn forever because of the frequency at which you're actually able to attack him. Oh, there's this... Good. Ow, damn it. Do it. You sure? We both have better things to be doing here. Maybe don't sit in the corner all day. Oh, hey, Corsica. Yes. Get some hits in. Attack. Alright, he's at half health. We're making great progress. No, that's not her one. No. Okay, that was almost really bad. I almost colossally blundered. Whoa, what the? Wow. You lost a lot of health very quickly.
My side, you could have been something, Chai. Too bad your little adventure ends here.
Alright. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Okay. This might be a bit of a problem. This might... Oh no. Okay. I'll just take the death. I'll just accept the death on this one. There's no shot I'm doing this first try. You are way too powerful. Oh my god. Yep, okay, wow. Okay, let's try that again with more health, shall we? And I'm gonna have to skip the cutscene, because of course I am. But I can't skip this for some reason, that's weird. Alright, let's open with this.
I think that might have done something. Seems like it did a little bit of something. Alright, same drill as last time, just call in everybody. Unload everybody's attacks into him. He wasn't turning around for a bit there. So I got plenty of free hits. Nope, not today. Not today. Uh-oh, what are we doing now? I couldn't hit him for a moment there. I don't know why. Oh, no, not this. Not the lightning strikes of doom. Ow, oh my god. Oh, okay. That was almost real bad. No, what are we doing? I don't know why I can't hit him sometimes. But you can keep trying to sword me if you want. Keep trying to sword me and I'll keep on parrying. I will keep on parrying. I need some health, though. I would greatly appreciate if I had some health. I don't know what I was doing there. I don't know what button I pushed. Okay, I got more health. Cool. I got more health. Plenty of health to go around for everybody. Everybody gets health. Everybody gets health. Everybody gets to join the battle. Oh, wow. That's a lot. Okay. I'll take it. I will happily accept all of that. I don't know that I deserved that much health. I don't know what I did to do that, but it's fine by my accord. Give me everybody. Everybody is here. Alright, this is actually nowhere near as bad as I expected it to be. I thought the final boss was going to just be the absolute worst thing in the world, but so far this has been very easy and actually kind of fun. Honestly, would it be my favorite of the game so far? Possibly. I mean, I don't want to bite. I mean, let's not jinx it until I beat the boss. Because this said bridge, not like final phase or final verse or whatever, or outro. So, going by song structure, there could be an entire other phase after this. In fact, I'm sure there probably will be another phase after this.
You are a defect who got lucky. I put in the hard work.
You think I'm winging this? Not anymore. Macaron!
You've ruined this company enough.
Oh, thank Christ, a rhythm game. Okay. Hey, what if this happened more than in the last 2 episodes of the game? What if this was happening way more often?
Isn't just about Vandelay.
And this is game over. Enough's enough. Give us the password.
Never. You're just a bunch of losers.
Do you have any other insults?
But together we're unstoppable.
Oh my god. What is this Kingdom Hearts dialogue?
This is just too much work.
Is that it?
I think so. It's over. This is just a bunch of scrap metal now.
I was worried there for a second. But I knew you could do it.
Look who's here.
I'll assume by the damage done that Mr. Chai was involved.
We'll get you fixed in no time, mate.
It's done.
You did it, Chai.
We did it.
I apologize for putting you through all this.
Nothing we couldn't handle, Miss Vandelay.
I won't make the same mistakes again. If possible, I'd like to make it up. It would be an honor to work for the company. The real Vandelay that I admired.
And we will welcome you with open arms. Oh, Macaron. After all these years, it's so good to see you at my side again.
I should have done something sooner. Things went right, Roxanne.
You made it right. That's what matters. And our team needs you back leading development.
Got a new partner, too.
While it might not look it, I had quite a fun adventure coming to meet you.
I won't run away this time, Mom. I understand what you always wanted for me. And the company.
Peppermint, you need to do things your own way. Never change who you are. I think we have a lot of catching up to do.
I'd like that a lot.
Ah, Chai.
I'd love to help, but don't quite think I, fit a job description. So maybe I should see myself out.
Chai, I think you know yourself, that you are special, making the most of what was handed to you and making a
You didn't earn any of this. Like, I've made it clear I don't care, but you really, seriously, you didn't earn any of this throughout the entire game. You're shoving it at the last second.
rock star. Are you interested?
Oh, really? That's how it ends, huh? Good thing I didn't actually care about this, because that is one. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's an epilogue. Well, sort of. It's a dialogue epilogue, but still. All right. Well, that was Hi-Fi Rush. That sure was a game, huh? Look, despite my apathetic attitude toward most of this, the game is fun. Mostly. The core combat loop is really engaging. I'm not a fan of some of the balancing choices, because like I said, stuff like the shields just echo that of watches from Halo 4 and really nullify a lot of choices the player can make for how they choose to approach every battle. And obviously the lack of a targeting system is terrible. It makes using things like the special attack a massive pain in the ass. And there's the occasional hiccup I encountered along the way, like my controller disconnecting for no reason, or my controller just not responding, or Shy just running forward and to the left or forward and to the right for no reason. But the core gameplay experience was mostly enjoyable, so I would be lying to you if I told you I didn't have fun playing this game. It was a mostly enjoyable experience. Most of the levels were fun to explore, except the volcano area. The volcano area kind of sucked. But I mean, I'm kind of struggling to recall some of them. The early factories were fun. The space thing is, there was 2 sections that I referred to as like Okumura's Palace in space, but I don't remember what either of them were. One of them was Corsica's Tower, I think, but I don't know what the other one was. What, the security section or something? I don't know. The museum was... I liked the museum. The museum was really, really cool. Yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say. And, I mean, I could talk about the story if you want me to, but the story is fucking ludicrous garbage, so... I don't think you need me to explain to you how literally none of this makes any sense at all. There's no cause and effect. There's no concern for consistency, and every character has indestructible plot armor. Constant contradictions for how the mechanics of the holograms work and what people are capable of doing in cutscenes versus in gameplay. The fact that they try to pull some emotional weight with Peppermint and chai at the very end is laughable. Like, I couldn't stop laughing. Well, I guess not that I couldn't stop. I wanted to laugh in moments that they thought were serious, like the harmonic sound barrier thing. I actually couldn't stop laughing when the stupid cat thing happened, but I just don't really care about anything that happened in this game. It was a fun, mindless beat-em-up. But also, I don't know why people are saying it's like, this is a game where everything you do is timed to the beat, and it's like, it clearly isn't. I could have played this game without a headset, and I would have been just fine. Because there was no, except for when it was actually a rhythm game in the end of the last boss battle and a couple times this episode, it's all just mashing buttons. Everything is just mashing buttons, which is fine for a mindless beat 'em up, but I was expecting an actual rhythm game out of this, and I did not get that.
Yeah, gotta practice. Need a backup job, just in case this doesn't work out.
So, yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this game. The story is a nightmare. It's hilariously bad, at least, but it's still. Story and written by John Johannes. Kind of curious what else they've written now, because, oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess to boil it down, gameplay was mostly enjoyable, even if it wasn't the rhythm game I expected, outside of a couple hiccups. The presentation is very charming, like the art style, the animation, and the story is, yeah, I feel like I'm just, you've heard me talk about this game extensively throughout the course of this LP. Oh, boss fights! So, the Corsica boss fight was boring as hell, because it's just pressing Y over and over again. The Marmosa boss battle on the stage was an actual pile of garbage. It's what the game tells you to do is not what you have to actually do to win the day. The second phase where you're in the dark is crap, and it just took way longer than it needed to. The final boss was pretty fun. Yeah, but I mean, most of the bosses were really engaging. Some of the highlights of the game, I'd say, except for Corsica and the Mimosa lady. But I believe that's a wrap on my thoughts. Yeah. I don't ever plan to play this again after today. I mean, it was... If I have to give a numerical score to this, I don't know, I guess a 6. 6 sounds right. It was a fine experience. Factoring in everything, I think 6 is appropriate for this game. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I hated aspects of it. I didn't hate all of it. I wasn't chomping at the bit to record more of it. But it wasn't, like, it wasn't an absolutely miserable experience that I hated every second of. But but to that end, I don't understand why this game is being heralded around by people as being like, this is a Game of the Year contender. And I'm sitting there thinking, I guess through a process of elimination, just because not much has come out so far this year, except for SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake, which is a can of worms to open. Although I will say, it's gotten better in the opening stages kind of put me off, but the later stages have been better so far. Or at least, I mean, I've only played 3. I played Wild West Jellyfish Fields, Karate Downtown, Bikini Bottom, and Pirate Goo Lagoon. Pirate Goo Lagoon's the best area so far. I'm liking Pirate Goo Lagoon, so it gets better, but there's a lot about that game that just bogs you down. I'm getting off topic. Point is, there's not a lot that's come out this year, so I guess technically it might be currently a Game of the Year contender, but I don't know how. I don't know where. I don't see what about this game is so remarkable that it's making people immediately say this is going to be the Game of the Year for 2023, no matter what else comes out. I don't see it. I don't know what people are going bananas over this game for. But I guess I still recommend. I mean, it's on Game Pass, so you don't lose anything except 9-10 hours of your time if you decide to play it. It's like I said, I had fun with most of the gameplay, so I can still recommend it for that, if nothing else. Just don't go in expecting anything even close to resembling a good story. And yeah, I really just don't. I just don't care at all about anything that happened.
Oh, actually, I guess one last thing I can mention. I don't remember any of the music from this game at all. Which, for a game that's priding itself as being a rhythm-based game, is kind of annoying. And, I'm not sure how much longer the credits are going to go on for, but I'm kind of out of things to talk about, so I'll just let the credits play out, and then I'll be on my way. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing me play through this game. If you decide to check it out for yourself, I hope you enjoy it. And I guess that's all I gotta say. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time, and hope to see you all soon for whatever it is you decide to watch next. Goodbye.
We somehow made it through all of this. Making things is hard, things never go as planned. Too many features, not enough time. We want the best, but can only do so much with what we have. So this is what we made. We've never been more proud. A game, a song, a million different pieces working together. Brought to you by all of us. It may not be what you expected. Everything that you wanted. But we did our best, and here it is, a piece of our heart, the hard work from all of us. So please don't complain, and just enjoy, because at the end of the day, it's all just a game. One we spent thousands and thousands of hours arguing, building and polishing. But hey, no sweat.
This is impossible. It's spectra signals. They're appearing all over the Vandelay campus.
But I thought we shut it down.
Could be some sort of backup plan?
It's Kale. Wouldn't put anything past that bugger.
If only we had someone up to the task of checking those hotspots out.
Who are you implying?
You, Mr. Chai. I was implying you.
You up for another round? See what's going on here?
Doesn't look like I have much of a choice.
Search out the suspicious spectral signals and challenges. No, fuck off. I'm not doing that. No. What's cooking? I don't care what's cooking. No. No. If a new difficulty mode has been added, Rhythm Master, besides being really, really, really hard, if your rhythm gauge falls to D, it's an immediate game over. I don't even know where the rhythm gauge is. Wait, did I even get an achievement for beating the game? Are my notifications turned off? I guess I just wasn't paying attention. Oh well. I feel like I should have gotten this. I don't know. 61 achievements, huh? Okay, well, I'm not getting any of those. So I'll just go ahead and uninstall this. Goodbye. Fun while it lasted. And yeah, that's the end of the video. See you later, everybody.